Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Fall the Republic playthrough of in 1.0 as the Republic. We ended last episode, which people watching on Twitch are going to think this is all very weird, but we were just about to invade Solace here, so we will get started on that. It does mean that I'm not going to be saving between these two episodes, which is all, that's very risky. But we're going to go with it. We're going to use some Juggernauts. Some artillery. Alright, go around this way. I don't believe that the victory relevant hypervelocity gun is fixed in public. I'm not sure.
Construction complete.
It would be the kind of thing that doesn't get fixed in a hotfix because, like, if it shipped like that, which I think it did, then it's still like that because that would be a change to. No, it was an XML change, so I don't think it was done for one of the hotfixes. I don't think. May have, but I don't think it was done. You know what? You're gonna go up there alone. You guys are gonna go down here. Is there any Lucre Hulk variant that two acclimators can conceivably beat? Asking us the mission of Republic Commando. I mean, that was... I think the best interpretation of that is just that the Lucre Hulk was damaged already. Like, maybe they could beat what we have classed as an auxiliary with a cargo Hulk, but didn't seem to be the kind of Lucre Hulk the game was going for. And... yeah. So the A6 Juggernaut is actually going to be changing a bit in 1.1 of Fall of the Republic, but it'll be in for 3.0 of TR as well, where we're probably making the hard points on it individually targetable, which should help make it like a bit less raffle stompy and a bit more of a choice to use instead of always use it because it just murks everything. There may also be some build limits to it, but that'd be more AI related. Because, like, as a balancing mechanism, using build limits doesn't really accomplish that much. Because you're only in one battle at a time. So it's not really a thing that stops you from using things. You're usually pretty easily able to move your stuff from one side of the galaxy to another, if you really need to, or if you really want to use it. So build limits tend to only do so much. Okay. Yeah, like build limits also help prevent defensive overflows because the pop cap doesn't really get taken into account when you're dropping things in slots. But that wouldn't be the primary way we deal with the balancing issues that they have. Alright, let's get a repair station there. And let's get a lad as well. I'm not sure what that's actually able to hit right now. Okay, we repair. Sirius is asking about New Republic recording. I don't think we're going to be doing New Republic recording today. I think I'm just going to be doing the Fall of the Republic playthrough. Because I've still got 2 unposted episodes of the New Republic playthrough right now. And I don't want to get too far ahead of where we are in recording. So I think this will probably be like
Bombardment available.
3 or 4 recordings of the Republic playthrough here, and then depending on how long we're going for, maybe I'll stream something else afterwards. Oh, kill that one first, and then these ones, and then that thing. Max is asking what other factions, or what factions other than the Hutts might appear in the future. So one of the biggest ones that people bring up is Mandalorians. But the way Mandalorians would work, if we include them, wouldn't really be as a playable faction. Like, they didn't have the ability to have that level of agency on the galactic level. Like, they weren't building giant fleets of capital ships and stuff. They were pretty limited in what they could do there. They're more likely to fit into like other factions in different ways and story events and stuff. Like they'd control their own territory, but even that would largely be like ground stuff, and only a couple planets on the maps, maybe a couple space units. But the possibility of Mandos being like a playable faction is pretty slim. Thank you, Daspape, for subscribing. Like, other than the Hutts, there is the possibility for some of the factions from Thrawn's Revenge to show up in different ways. But that's, like, super hypothetical, way off in the future. More just for fun to make, like, a GC map that shows kind of what's going on in the entire galaxy or who's present in the entire galaxy. Because there were some other groups other than the Republic and CIS that were around in some ways. But the chances of us actually getting to that point are very slim. Like, we'd be more likely to focus on, like, with the stuff that has to go into developing just the stuff that we have to for the factions that already exist, we'd almost certainly never get there. Thank you, Wiscoism, for subscribing.
Construction complete.
Appreciate it. 10-month. There's people in there. I'm just gonna send. Here, yeah, you go down here. Alright, is it just the Commerce Guild office? Dasweep's asking, do you think there's a possibility that we'll get remakes or remasters of classic LucasArts Star Wars games now? I mean, in some cases, maybe. If you mean, like, specifically with the announcement of, like, Lucasfilm Games, then I don't think that has as big an impact as some people are kind of portraying it as. Like, that doesn't have... That was a company that was already around. It's like they're expanding certain parts of it. They've announced the Indiana Jones game with Bethesda, I think. But we'll have to see what role that company ends up taking now. Because I still think anyone who tries to claim any big things from that doesn't really, like, we don't really have the information to know what any of it's going to mean yet.
Turret constructing. Turret constructing.
Shield deployed. With you, trooper.
Turret constructing. Construction complete.
It was like we got the Jedi Academy, or was it Jedi Academy that got released on the Switch last year? Maybe it was more of them, but
Complete.
like they might be looking to start redistributing some of those titles a bit more in different places.
Turret constructing.
Like they put Empire at War on Origin a few years ago for some fucking reason. Not that that's an inherently bad thing to do, but they did it with the GOG version of Empire at War, or the disc version of Empire at War, which is not updated, instead of the Steam version, which is updated. And why they did that, I don't fucking know. It's really dumb.
Unit destroyed.
Alright, let's see if we can get more anti-vehicle turrets built before the Magnas get here.
Turret constructing. Our base is under attack.
Alright, we're gonna have a few galactic weeks of some CIS offensives, it looks like, but for the most part, I think we're kind of knocking out their offensive capabilities. So after this set,
Unit destroyed.
they might be a bit more out of luck. Like, most of them have been in the north. In the south, they're kind of screwed, and we're going to be able to start moving our forces up north. Because they're going to be able to do this to...
Destroyed.
I think it's just Dantooine that we have left. No, that we've got Dantooine and one other planet. Maybe we're Tracy?
We have been defeated.
But I'm not worried. This is all going perfectly.
System lost.
Yeah, toward Tracy.
Constructing.
Building under construction.
Let's see if we can get some defenses there. Because we're kind of coming in from this side. And I think the way to do it is to go into Bimisari with these guys. We were about to do before going for Solace.
There's nothing we can't handle.
Construction complete.
Tactical battle imminent.
Yeah, there's Grievous. What are you in? You're in your Munificent. There's not really much to kill here.
Watch those wrist rockets. They're gonna wrap up here first. We're trying to what? Let's go. Nothing useful out there. This part. Back at it. Hey,
Yeah, we need to capture all that stuff.
Laser tower.
finally. Montana hostile. Took a while.
I think building the pads is probably the best way to do it.
Our base is under attack.
Enemy approaching. Nothing useful out there.
We've lost the abandoned turbo laser tower.
We're gonna keep getting that.
We've secured a landing zone.
Let's get that one. Ooh, kill that before it kills us.
Target sighted. Should be easy.
And let's get AI, AV,
Turret
AI, AV. You guys can take your spot there. Let's get up to this.
Construction complete.
AV. I really don't think this is going to be
Secured and abandoned
too big of a
turbo
problem
laser
for
tower.
us to
Construction complete.
grab or to win.
Construction
Okay,
complete.
now let's grab that. That's what I was going to talk about grabbing.
Landing zone.
Close range assault. Follow me. Enemy behind. Loners don't survive long. Fired up.
Alright,
Scanning in.
back out here.
Control the zone.
Don't worry too much about that.
Complete.
I'm a hold up. Where you going, Trooper? Pull the cloud on me! On time. Run!
We secured and abandoned sensor array. Unit destroyed. Turret constructing.
Like, the Hailfires are strong, but they don't have anything super tanky with us here.
Unit destroyed.
The Coruscant, yeah, Coruscant is pretty much at the top of the list, the priority list for new maps, especially for maps that can be made using the assets that are
Unit destroyed.
like without needing a huge new set of props. Maybe we can't defend this.
We've lost a landing zone.
Because the existing Coruscant map is terrible. And it's like definitely the most important planet, so it's pretty high up there on the list of shit we want to make.
We've lost the abandoned turbo laser
Alright,
tower.
maybe we won't be able to do it. They might have just too much damage for us to deal with. Alright, you guys can go kill this. There we go. Alright, let's get this one then. It depends on where they end up positioning themselves, really.
Destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Do we have more infantry? Please?
Our base is under attack.
It's food production. You're the senator's office. Yeah, we need... Nope, 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 okay.
Unit destroyed.
Yeah, get over there. Here we go. Please just die to the turret. All you guys. You might still be able to do this. Nope, nope. Infantry, don't die. We need you. Run towards the turrets.
Our base is under attack.
They're all about to die.
Enemy bombardment is
Oh,
ready.
please don't. Come on. We almost got him. Yes! We got him. Oh, shit. The assets that are used on the Corellian map, the new Corellian map, are actually assets that we've had for a while that we traded Republic at War for, like, 12 years ago.
Unit destroyed.
Since you're ready,
So a lot of those we actually want to redo to be a bit more in line with, like, our general art style, because we're redoing all the base game art asset, or base game props as well. And
System lost.
we do always try to use just our own work where possible. So we're going to be trying to redo those as much as possible. I didn't think we'd face too much more opposition in the south there. So Tiburon is the one loss that I'm a little bit concerned about right now.
Choose your reinforcements.
That we've had recently.
Reinforcements canceled.
Homing in.
Reinforcements canceled.
This is going to be actually
Is your
kind of
command?
rough.
Of course, Your Highness. Engaging drive thrusters. Bearing set. Course plotted. Breaking comm silence. There's nothing you got the captain. Fire for maximum effect.
Anything that approaches power to weapons or resembles power to weapons, use that.
Maximum firepower. No, sir.
Let's grab some Arco 10s in here.
Copy that, sir. Closing on the target. On my way, Commander. No. Move it, soldier. Sir, we've searched the site. Ready for attack orders. As you wish, Commander.
You guys go over to that one.
Transmitting the coordinates to you now.
Bomber's in there.
Through with
Sirius is asking, will the new bombardment sound effect from Fall of the Republic be in TR 3.0? Yeah, so basically anything that's it's kind of generalized like that would be in both.
You've got the captain.
Unless there's a specific reason for something not to be
Can't do that.
shared.
Enemy in range. We know
But yeah, so for sound effects and that kind of thing, it'll usually be universal. Aside from like specific turbo laser sounds that are usually a bit more distinct in the Clone Wars.
Captain here. Engaging
Nash is asking, how are you liking Light of the Jedi?
nominal status.
I'm nearly done. I didn't like it as much at the start, but the second half was starting to grow on me. We're actually going to be talking about that on Tapcaf this week, which is my podcast with Eckhart's Ladder over on my lore channel, Corey's Datapad. So it should be this Thursday that we talk about it. We're planning to have Star Wars Explained and Mark from the Temple Institute on for that episode. So I think we have a pretty wide range of opinions on it so far, so it should be a fun discussion. Thank you, US Otaku, for the 1,000 bits. Just want to say that you're rad, and what you're doing is rad, and please continue to be rad. Well, thank you very much.
They're not so tough.
Appreciate it.
Shot, one kill. All stations ready. Ready for takeoff. This is the captain. Locked on target. Got you on the comm.
Yay! Huger's asking, are there any plans for any GC features where the CS and Galactic Republic would be vying for independent planets for influence, and the one with more influence winning the planet? Having influence on planets you don't own isn't something we're likely to do, just because the calculations for that would probably be a bit more intense. If instead of like
Battle imminent.
calculating something for each of your planets, you were calculating stuff for every planet, and then it gets a bit harder for people to track what's going on if they have to keep track of like their influence on
Battle imminent.
every planet in the galaxy. So I don't know that we'd be developing mechanics around that. If we do, it'd probably be after we flesh out some of the like internal government mechanics, but maybe we'd be doing something with faction relations that is more down that line. And that's the kind of thing that's
Choose your
relatively far
reinforcements.
away at this point, whatever direction it goes, so it's hard for me to really say. But there's parry this, Thunderchild,
Bucket.
and WEG said I could land.
Plot our course. Your orders.
Like this fleet, I don't know if going up against that Lucrehulk battleship fleet is actually the best
Let's move this bucket.
option for these
Plot our
guys.
course.
What ship is this big one? This is the Mandator 2. The Mandator is an official ship that never got an official design, but we got some information about like it being related to the Bellator class in Essential Guide to Warfare and stuff. So Farshot basically took the design of the Bellator and applied some of the kind of characteristics of the Acclimator to it to get our design. I think he did a good job kind of
Ready for
pulling
battle.
together aspects of that for like a
Attacking the lasers.
unique but still kind of
Sir, holding position.
obvious where it came from design.
All lights are green.
Alright, let's see if we can start moving.
Ready for command. Ready to deliver.
Yes, sir.
Derp's asking, is there a specific reference you based the assault variant acclimator on? I did some digging but couldn't find. So it's based on the Leveler, Pellion's flagship during the Clone Wars. So there's a few comic appearances for it,
All lights are green.
and
Ready for command.
there should be a couple pictures. If you just look up the Leveler, like Leveler acclimator class,
Losing. Ready to deliver. I got it.
then you
Your orders.
should be able to see kind of where that's from. Like, they're comic images, so they're not especially clear. Saratzel did a lot of the interpretation there to kind of make them make sense. And I think he did a great job coming up with the
All lights are
visual
green.
differences there that you can... Like, it's still clearly an acclimator. Do we have it? No, I don't have it here. But it's sufficiently different that you really don't need to, like, zoom in or anything to see it. Which is always nice when you can have something that is so closely related, but not an obvious... copy.
Ready for command. More enemy craft.
Yeah.
Ready to deliver.
We're looking into the pathfinding issues around the Empress, where they take up a lot more space than they're supposed to.
Taking fire. Commander, they're hitting us. All lights are green.
Get out of there.
To attack position.
It's the biggest reason we're struggling right now.
Where'd he go?
Alright, there we go. Now we're
Ready for command.
clear to enter.
Stay in formation.
We're gonna lose, WEG said I could land because of that.
Choose your reinforcements.
Your orders? Nowhere to run.
Otherwise I could have just jumped in much closer as well.
Falling out of formation. Get behind them.
Well, that stuff is part of why we're having a release that's just focusing on, like, cleanup and stuff in the next one. The .1 release.
We've cut off the enemy's reinforcements.
Ready for command. Draw their fire.
Sabotage their
Attack formation.
Right. I guess we're going over there.
As you command.
Preparing for hyperspace jump.
You guys are now our anti-shipyard task force.
Form up.
Just regular Victory 1 and Victory 2.
We're moving out.
I haven't watched the making of Commando Season 2 yet. I did watch the Season 1 stuff when it came out.
Ready to deliver.
It was really cool. I definitely recommend that for anyone who
Awaiting your orders.
wants to see more of how that kind of stuff is made.
Your orders?
God,
Ready for orders.
this battle has just been
Perimeter, sir.
a pathfinding mess.
Clear the area.
All lights are green.
Lost 2 Invincibles to pathfinding.
I got one. I have them now.
Reporting in. Heading to destination.
Reinforcements are on their way.
Holding fire for maximum effect.
Destroyer here.
Why have the generic Jedi just been reduced to the yellow ones? So, part of that is just because the assets weren't very good. And they're still not very good. The generic Jedi will need some more focused work on them. But
Attacking target.
Coming around.
there were issues with some of the other sets.
Target locked.
So they got removed back when they existed. And just, we haven't gotten around to making the
Back around for another.
newer versions of the other ones.
Eliminating.
It's like the yellow ones also suck.
Awaiting your
But
orders.
Getting a lock.
they'll be coming back later.
Target locked.
Full stop. We've got them on
Intercepting.
scopes.
Right, now we can just kill everything. The core invincibles.
Reinforcements.
Cruising speed. Sir, more fighters approaching directly ahead.
Excellent shot.
Yes, General.
Right, double decker.
Locking on target. For the Republic! Do I have fighter support? The enemy doesn't stand a chance.
Can I just bring in some more support? We got Demon Slayer here as well.
Consider it history. Yes, sir.
That might be a little bit close to Providence. So we're gonna get double decker to
Ready for attack.
that.
orders.
Target at maximum
Demon Slayer, you can
firepower.
kill Patriot Fist here.
Give me a target.
Shit, we're gonna start losing some hard points on you. Let's get Indefatigable.
Closing on the target.
I got one.
Your orders, General.
All the bombers and stuff around there didn't help.
Fire for maximum
Closing on the
effect.
target. Ready to commence.
Alright, there we go.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Yes, General.
Stay in formation.
You guys are getting a little bit farther ahead of parry this than you need to be.
I have them
Yeah,
now.
the assets for the Jedi will be worked on more in the future.
Locking on. I'm on them. They're coming in quick.
Awaiting your orders, sir. Give me a target.
Coming around.
Alright. Kill the guns in the front first. They're... Nah, crap. We lost one of them. Killed by my impatience. Poor Thunderchild. WEG said I could lay it an Indefatigable. I guess we'll just
Tactical battle
build
imminent.
some more.
Constructing.
So we'll
unit.
get them back, and then we still have
Units in
Kukukachu.
production.
I have
Unit
landing
in
gear. Actually, let's
production.
build some of these up here. Run the
Constructing
gauntlet,
unit.
pointing the
Vehicle
way.
in production.
Vulture's
Constructing
Bane.
unit.
And there's our money. Alright, let's see if we can take out Tiburon this way.
Objective looks protected.
Choose your reinforcements.
Yikes.
On my way, Commander. As you wish, Commander. I've got a clear path. Engaging drive thrusters. Ready for attack orders.
See if this works.
Target at
On my
maximum
way,
firepower.
Commander. Captain here.
I mean, obviously they're Recusants, they're the best ships, so I shouldn't be trying
Fire for
this.
maximum effect.
Nothing can actually beat them, but
Locked on target.
why the hell not?
Full status. Vectoring to the enemy. Battle station. Locked on target. It's taking serious damage. Terminal status. SWAT down that.
We've lost our launch bed.
Requesting air support. Vectoring to the enemy.
They took out our lasers. Our engines are destroyed,
I
sir.
make short work of them.
Yeah.
We have been defeated.
There were more Recusants than I expected. Is there really anything of value in this fleet? Yeah, there is. Give me your oxygen. We were building a new fleet there. But let's get you over there. Yeah. Conquer Emberlin. Cool. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, because this we were kind of putting together with these guys, I
Moving
think.
into positions on your command.
Tactical battle imminent.
There's Mechis.
Droids around the objective.
Choose your reinforcements.
Not too much. Ooh, it's a golem 3 too. Well, we have a Praetor, so let's kick out the rest of it. Frozen Boris.
Check complete.
Give me your oxygen.
Let's run this gauntlet.
Not a medic. Poorly acclimated.
That's the enemy, my liege.
Starfire. And Venator.
Reinforcements.
Oh yeah, that's Talon, so we have 2 Praetors here.
Copy.
We can bring in Ramus,
Moving
give a
ahead.
bit of a bonus. Then for the fighters, we're going to bring in faster missiles, Potato Freighter,
This is it.
Corellian, Separatist Bane,
Course.
Pew Pew at you. We've
Reinforcements.
got a regular Dreadnought,
Consider it history.
a regular
Moving to
Carrick
positions on your
apparently,
command.
Zane Carrick, Dwayne Carrick Johnson, type null.
Moving into positions on your command.
Where'd my shields go? Alright, there we go.
Ready to update orders. I copy. Ready for command. Preparing assault.
Empire Wars basically has weird UI overflow issues where if you have more units than the UI can hold in this area, they'll start attaching to any bone on the UI, which is why they showed up here and over there and up here. There's varying levels of broken that you can reach with that. There's unfortunately nothing mods can do about it.
Cruiser here. Missile destroyer here.
Our Quentin's here.
Cruiser standing by. Destroyer holding.
Alright, we should be able to take down all this stuff. And even send you guys in for the shipyard.
Destroyer at station keeping. Ready.
Without losing too much.
Ready to update orders.
Position until you return.
Loading ordnance.
Like, hopefully the shields will still be up. And we won't lose out on
Missile destroyer reporting in. Targeting enemy. Yes.
on any ships before we go into the Golem 3. Because it's getting some shots off, but mostly just these fighters, I think.
Generator.
And I don't want to lose the Praetor to the Golem.
Our forces have been wiped out. Cruiser here. Waiting for attack coordinates. Destroyer ready. We'll beach them. Watch your flank. Ready for command. Aye. Destroyer holding. All stations
Alright,
ready.
you fall back on that.
Admiral. Ready. Destroyer at station keeping.
I don't think it's hitting the Praetor with the,
Cannons ready.
Reporting, Commander.
Here.
Ready. Your orders? Cruiser ready for combat.
Target at maximum firepower.
Yeah, we just want the garrisons down. We're gonna come around this way. It's mostly the bombers that are doing damage to us.
Ready for command.
So all the garrisons are gonna be dead. All the bombers are gonna be dead.
Training weapons on target. All power diverting to weapons. Ready to deliver. Charging generator. You've got a clear shot. Cruiser standing by. Destroyer ready. I think you wanted that
Get over here.
Destroyer holding.
But it might actually be getting some damage in from that Golem 3. I think that might be where those protons are coming from. So let's pull them back a little bit.
Let's blow something up. Firing.
I think we lost a bunch of the Carricks there.
Taking the offensive. Ready. Vectoring now. Missile destroyer here.
Standing by. Moving ahead.
All lights are green. Ready to update orders.
I read you.
Yes.
Yeah, we just gotta get out of that range
Command.
before going back in on the Golem 3.
Cruising speed. Charging generator. We're being overwhelmed. Moving into positions on your command. Destroyer ready. Ready to deliver. Let's move this Destroyer holding. Yes, General.
And so we'll put Adder Talon into another fleet after
Reporting
this,
in.
so we don't have a bunch of Golems or a bunch of Praetors in the same place.
Regenerator. Cruiser standing by.
Anyone need repairs? Sometimes I wish we
Ready
had
for combat. Moving into positions on your command. Destroyer
All right.
station keeping.
So let's get out of here.
Take the fight.
Let's do
Destroyer ready.
some speeding up so we can get our shields back faster. Because I'm not planning to go back in until we're almost full on shields.
Moving into positions on your command. Moving into positions on your command.
Ready to update orders. The enemy doesn't stand a chance.
Let's go. Cruiser ready for combat. All lights are green.
Yes, sir. Blasters charged.
How may I assist? I'll take care of it.
They're not so tough. Cruiser here. Moving into positions on your command.
Reporting, Commander.
For the enemy.
Adjusting course. Weapons armed. On the move. Attacking. Received. Proceeding.
Yes.
It will take a little bit of time.
Charging.
I just want to make sure we don't just die.
All stations ready. Destroyer ready.
Because we did lose a Praetor last time to a goal in 3.
Cruiser standing by. They're not so tough.
And I don't want that to happen.
Bullseye. You got him. Man, you're on fire.
It's part of why the shifting is happening, where the goal in 3s are going to be the tier 5 of Fall of the Republic and tier 4 in Thrawn's Revenge. They are quite strong.
Destroyer at station keeping.
Well, it's going to be Golan equivalent, rather. Because it's technically going to be the Valor in the IGBC. Is the recruit ran a bounty hunter in TR 3.0 faction specific or for all factions? So right now, I think it's just available to the Imperial factions, but all the factions are pulling from the same pool of bounty hunters. The AI really loves to do it, so there's that. So I'm gonna see if we can make them just not buy it for this release, so that players have more of a chance to buy stuff. Because the pool just ends up being empty.
Watch out for those asteroids.
Destroyer ready.
Copy. Acquiring target.
All lights are green. Cruiser here. Waiting for
All right,
attack. Ready for
we should be
deployment.
good.
Aye. Time.
We're gonna lose a few hard points on the
Transmission.
Praetor, but we got the shields down in the goal in 3.
Yes, Admiral.
We just gotta move in now.
Attacking target.
Will the Praetor 1 eventually get its own skin and model? It is a different model. Like, if you look at this, it's different from the Praetor 2. It's similar because they are still in the same line, and a lot of Praetor 2s were made by modifying Praetor 1s. So we tried to keep it
Cannons loaded.
the same in a lot of stuff. And, like, but it's a different model, it's a different texture,
Battle station.
it's a different design.
Reaching enemy hull. Full throttle. Firing.
Ready to update orders.
However, you never see them next to each other, obviously, because
All crew accounted for.
the Praetor 2 is just in Thrawn's Revenge, the Praetor 1 is just in Fall of the Republic. So a lot of people end up not noticing that they're actually different,
Ready to deliver.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but they are.
Cruiser standing by.
Destroy 'em.
Let's blow something up. Clearing the
All right.
waters.
Choose your reinforcements.
We're good.
Charging generator.
Cruiser ready for combat. Orders. Preparing assault salvo.
Destroyer ready. Loading ordnance.
You got
A lot of health lost on the Praetor, but it did its job.
locking on top.
We did our jobs. Everyone's jobs have been done.
Destroyer at station keeping.
Call everyone Steve,
We'll
because we're
win
just
this.
got jobs everywhere.
Standing by.
Ready.
Yes, General. They're in our sights. All power diverting to weapons.
Ready for command. Stand clear.
The enemy doesn't stand a chance. Firing. Blasting target.
Battle is ours.
All right. So with that, I think we're gonna call the episode here. So for those watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. For those on Twitch, we're gonna keep going for a bit, but we're gonna save first this time. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.